You're basically gonna turn into like a drug lord because you're gonna have to be keeping 2 books.
Yeah, exactly. 2 books. You're gonna come home and be like, oh snap. Welcome back.
Let's get into it.
A few short seconds. The season.
The unorthodox reaction.
Unorthodox
intro.
Cold
open.
Exactly. We're back again with
more
part 2.
internet historian incognito mode.
Exactly. Let's see if they carry on making us laugh.
Let's get it.
I just think, if aliens are real, that just completely changes the way everyone sees the world. It'd be amazing.
Maybe. Yeah. What do you reckon the alien weapon would be?
Well, the anal probe is the classic. When combined with the...
But I feel like if aliens were real, like the way we imagine them with like high intelligence, why are they hiding? Why would they need to hide?
Wouldn't it be funny if aliens were real and they were just bare dumb?
That would make more sense.
And we were
that
like
would
the
have
most
reason.
intelligent.
That would have reason for them to hide because then they're really scared of us.
No,
like
because they just can't get to us.
Well, because they they can't build spaceships.
Yeah, they're just like, oh no. How long do you guys
like maybe they might
5 years?
Scared
They're
of
like,
us or something, because obviously, like, if we are the highest intelligence, that would make sense. But if, the way we imagine them, where it's like they're smarter,
so much more
they
superior.
would have no need to hide from us. It'd just be like
It's not hiding though. It might
rock
just
up
be
on us
their
and
distance,
be like,
like,
true.
because we can't get to them. There's
We
nothing
can't travel.
we can build.
I don't think we have we managed.
We can't even get to
Mars?
Jupiter, bro.
I don't think we've managed to travel past Mars yet.
But if we somehow manage to get to Jupiter, I want to go. Even if I can't
You're
get
gonna
back.
die.
Yeah, I will go. If I'm 60
Isn't
something.
Jupiter just gas? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on.
We'll be back.
Alright, yeah, so what was it? Hydrogen and helium?
Yeah, apparently it is, I guess. And if need that, and if
gay
need
bomb, it stops being a
That
weapon.
is not a weapon. It's a medical.
When combined with the gay bomb, it stops being a
That
weapon.
is not a weapon. It's a medical analytical tool.
That's a good point.
Do you reckon they clean the probe between analyzing humans?
Depends what the aliens are doing with the probing. Are they just measuring butthole circumference for their files?
Yeah, what could be done there that wouldn't just be easily done with some sort of alien pill or an X-ray? I reckon they pull out that probe, go, this is fucking disgusting, and then they just shoot everyone up the airlock. They go, another one.
They're all gross.
This is gross every time.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. This is horrible.
You would think there would be just as much mouth probing as there would be.
Hopefully not with the same probe.
Old weapons.
If you were going into a medieval battle,
I'm
what's your
gonna
choice?
sound so
They're all
inconvenient.
on a wall. Which do you pick?
Ooh,
Which
that's-
way
let's go back,
medieval
go back.
battle?
Which weapon would you choose?
No, they didn't choose that one.
I know.
That one.
Okay,
What's
fine.
your choice?
Hold on.
They're all on a wall.
Which weapon? It's the same thing.
Oh, is it?
See?
Uh,
I think I'll go for the scythe.
I'm choosing this one.
The longsword, I think.
Yeah,
it is.
the long sword or whatever. No,
I might go for either the scythe or the what's this called?
no
The
idea.
one with the black rad. Spores. Sounds
They
weird.
see it when we point to it. This one.
Possibly.
Yeah, this one. I will go for this one. Boss man here would go for this one
Or this one.
or this one,
Yeah.
and no one's going for this one.
Why even is that?
Ain't
Club?
no
Wall. Which do you pick? Which way, Western man?
I've heard a scythe is pretty useless in battle.
See, he
A
goes for the
mace,
scythe.
though.
Oh, that's
I
not
think
the
a
scythe
mace
then.
is
No,
good
he said
stuff.
that's
The scythe is
useless.
pretty useless
What?
in battle.
A mace, though.
I
I
think
think
it's
a
pretty
mace is
useful.
good
No,
stuff.
it's
Right.
just we
Like,
can do
it
that.
com-
No, like in terms of looks, make them scared of you.
bludgeon, it's sharp, it's easy to use.
I don't particularly want any of these, to be honest.
That's picky. Wouldn't go with the scythe. Actually, not here
If
for
I
the
had to
battle.
choose, I'd probably go with
Battle.
the scythe.
Everyone said they wouldn't go for that.
They don't have class.
To be honest.
They don't have
Picky.
taste.
Wouldn't go with the scythe. Actually, not here for the battle. Just the battlefield is just in need of a bit of a
So if I could have any weapon, it would
That's
just be
what you
like
want to do. That's what you want to do, yeah?
I mean, I'll
That's
survive
what
the
you wanted
longest.
to help. You wanted to help.
I'll survive the longest. I'm like, I'm not.
No,
don't
we're
mind
just
me.
gonna buy
I'm just
Asher.
cutting
We're
grass.
just gonna buy Asher.
sword and shield. I mean, it's a
bash.
classic for a reason.
Let's say you and me, one-on-one.
I would
right?
choose the bow,
So
but
I've got the spear,
my aim
you've
would
got
be
the shield and
trash.
sword. Who do you reckon wins?
I reckon me.
Reckon?
I just got to bide my time and get you to stick the spear into the shield, and then I'm just cutting your
run
spear
out
in
of
half,
spears.
and you're done.
I don't think you're blocking anything with that shield.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, I think I'm poking at you, and you're moving your shield around, and then I managed to get just a little bit behind your shield at one point, and then I just press in.
You can't get my fingers though. That's cheating. That's not fair.
Let's see, like, spear versus sword.
Spear versus sword. Brilliant.
We can put some money
That's
on it.
All right.
terrible. That's
Ooh,
a
I
terrible
see. Yeah,
combination.
he's
You're not
sticking
gonna be
him.
able to get
He's gonna
close.
try and stick him good.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
I like the spin technique. Like, so you don't know when it's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, the charge is the thing. As soon as the spear guy has
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
got you to stop within spear distance,
Yes.
it's game over. Spear wins. The key is not to be spooked by the spear.
Yeah, don't fear the spear.
Charge in like a motherfucker. He's half dressed like a bank robber and half dressed like a beekeeper.
Yeah, give me all your bees. Where's the queen? Now that you pointed that.
Give me all your bees.
That's funny. Out, yeah, give me all your bees. Where's the queen?
Fear the sting of Bee-Man.
Just back on Maces, what do you think of this?
Morning Star.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that'd fuck you up pretty good.
You know what the problem
Yeah,
is
Mace
with this
does sound
weapon?
like a viable
It's got
weapon,
so
to be
many
fair.
points, and they're like, if you hit someone right in the head with it in the heat of battle, it is liable to get stuck. And then you're in the situation where you're like trying to pull it out
Absolutely.
of someone's head, and then someone puts something in your head.
That'd be a bummer to clean too. Like this thing would not go in the dishwasher very well at all. What's the like really weak version of this? Like you could have this
club.
ball, but instead of spikes, you've got those like fingernail Cheetos. That'd be pretty good.
I'm trying to think of like a Nerf version of the Morning Star.
I like the idea of this. If it was much, much smaller, like the head was half the size of a golf ball, and it had these tiny little prongs, it would be exceptional for serving olives.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Right? You could take one of these, and then you just put like
You
a
don't
dog
like
tooth
olives,
on
do
it,
you?
and then you just chase people around the battlefield because no one wants to get the dog shit on them, you know? You'll be feared on the battlefield.
It's like when if you go to prison. Obviously, I'm not strong. I don't have the option of like going up to the biggest guy in there and punching them. That wouldn't go well.
No.
Your only other option is to just act like the craziest fucker possible. I have shit on a stick, utterly unpredictable, terrifying human being.
If you spill, you know... Why is this funny to me? If you spill your apple juice
Right.
over the front of your shirt, can you just pop back to your cell and throw on another shirt?
Surely.
Or you're like, oh,
No.
that's my only one, and then you have to
You
walk
don't- I
around.
don't think they
as the
give you multiple shirts in prison. So you're basically gonna have to wear that until it's like laundry day.
guy with apple juice down the front of your shirt.
They must have a wardrobe. They must have a place where they put their pants and socks and toothbrush shivs and all sorts. That's a weapon. The toothbrush shiv.
Prison shivs.
Is that like a little Derringer pistol? Sergeant Hell.
Can you actually kill
Oh,
someone?
everyone had those mustaches back in the... When are they coming
hell,
back?
Chuck?
I can't really grow a mustache very well, so I'd be a bit upset if that happened.
Really?
I have a mustache, but it's a bit of a Howard Hughes sort of like pencil mustaches.
Oh, let me have a look at this. Oh, yeah.
See what I mean? I've got what I like to call the anti-Hitler. I can't grow it in the middle.
I don't know if this is racist.
Okay, continue.
Have you ever noticed how people from
He's
Eastern
just
Europe
zoomed
tend
into
to
his
have
mustache.
that sort of facial hair? The same sort of facial hair that you do?
To be honest, I can't say I have noticed that, but I'm willing to go ahead with it.
Serbian man.
All these men have thick mustaches, so I'm not sure your theory
Slavic
holds.
man.
Is that
Yeah, no, it's all
PewDiePie?
falling apart real quick.
I'm amazed that you've typed in Slavic man and none of them are squatting.
You know what? This theory sucks. These people will have regular moustaches. I don't know why you proposed it, to be honest. It's kind of racial and it's not true. While we're on racist things, I've got one more.
Go on. Yeah, please, continue.
Have you ever noticed that Asian people, when they park their car,
Okay.
always park their car backwards into the car space.
Because it's convenient.
I cannot say that I've spent enough
I don't
time
know if it's just
observing other
Asians.
people parking, let
Here's my
alone.
experience,
But the
right?
smart
I live
people do.
near a pretty Asian suburb. Right, I love it. I love going down there, shopping there all the time.
Yes,
We
yes,
normally see
Yeah, 'cause
people
then when
parking,
you
they
drive
just,
back out, it's
drive
just easier.
forward, straight in. But for some reason, every time the local residents here park, they reverse in. And I'm thinking, like, is it something they are culturally taught that has some sort of advantage? Okay, in an emergency, you can drive out faster. Is that what it's about? Is it like, oh, I want to show off my car?
My
look at the
parallel
front, much
parking.
nicer.
That's interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is representative of a culture that forward plans.
Ordinary things, bigot confirmed. If you're done with your racist tirade, ordinary things, I'd like to move back onto the topic at hand.
I do have an Asian.
Just because you have an
weapon
Asian
story.
friend does not make you not racist. Wait.
Have you ever been to Cambodia?
No, I haven't.
When I was there back in the day, I got in their taxi and the guy was like, "Oh, you're new here?" And I was like, "Yeah, obviously." And then he said, "Do you want to go to the firing range?" And I was like, "Yes." You can use a machine gun, you can use some handguns. I was like,
What?
"That's sick." And then he went up a level and was just like, "If you got $200 American, you can even fire a rocket launcher at a cow."
No way.
A
You said yes,
cow.
right?
I will admit that the option did intrigue me, but I was pretty broke back then, so and also it would have been a
Right.
bit gross, and maybe I would have felt a bit ashamed of myself. Don't get me wrong, I went. I didn't use the rocket.
You trying to go Cambodia?
Oh,
You sure?
crazy. Rocket launcher.
One day? Eventually?
Money. You're gonna have money.
Launcher, but I did hawk a grenade, which was fun.
Cow killer
Are
confirmed.
you
Oh,
telling me
threw a
that
grenade?
doesn't
What was that
sound
like?
Yeah, it was
buddy?
great.
Was it spooky?
Straight up
I was
throwing a
scared
grenade.
because the guy, he could tell.
Oh god, this nervous Englishman is going to drop it into his shoe or something.
But I also saw the pen where they had all the sheep and cows.
Oh no, their little nervous faces. I'd be nervous that like the pin wouldn't like
Like, even if you're not there to shoot a rocket launcher at a cow, if I was there, I'd just be staring at them like,
Yeah, man.
you're there.
You're next.
come out that easily. And so I'd hold it in one hand and then pull the pin, but then I'd also pull the grenade out of my hand at the same time. If you were to just play football with a grenade, would it ever explode as long as the pin didn't come out?
I
don't think
not,
so.
because the
No,
whole
you would.
point, if I recall,
don't
the
think so.
pin
Pin broke.
is creating
Yeah,
a
that's what I said, if the
chemical
pin never came out.
reaction with something like a piece of metal that something's connecting.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a better question. You pulled out the pin, right?
Well, it depends, because there are on-impact grenades in it,
Yeah.
but those are like different.
Yeah.
I don't think those are pins.
Do you think you would be capable of pulling that out with your teeth?
No.
Really?
It wasn't
So
quite like
movies
a-
make
wait,
it
hold
look
up.
easier than
If it creates a chemical reaction when you pull the pin out,
a
that's
chemical reaction with something like a piece of metal that something's connecting.
Yeah.
so that drops, right? Why is it in movies sometimes people take out the pin and then they're able to put the pin back in?
it's because I was wait. I don't know if this is for all grenades, but if you look at when they pull out the pin,
Something
this
like a
comes
piece
up.
of metal that
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So if they hold it down and they pull out the pin and they haven't let go of it,
Okay.
they can still put the pin back in. That's what they always do. The ones that don't hold it down make no sense.
Yeah.
If they're still holding it down without let go of it, they can technically still put the pin back in.
Yeah.
And I also think there's apparently the ones where like obviously there's a timer where like if you put it back and then put the pin back in, you can still save it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a grenade in real life, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a better question. You pulled out the pin, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you would be capable of pulling that out with your teeth?
No.
Really?
It wasn't
That
quite
would be
like
so
a key of a
much
car, but it was
scarier,
like there was a
'cause
bit
it's,
more
like, right
of
next to
a
your
mechanism to it. Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Because I've seen
7
that
to
with
10
like,
pounds
there's Tom
before
Cruise at the end
something.
of that movie that's on the screen right now, and he's got like a mouthful of grenade pins at the end, and he's like, haha, I've defeated the big bad. And I was always wondering, like, I bet
Mission
that's not that
Impossible.
easy to
They
do.
are amazing.
I didn't realize you had the expertise.
If I'm completely honest, I didn't really feel like much of expertise. I could only afford one.
It's funny, the guy who's editing this, he's ex-army.
Oh, really?
So he's probably like laughing at us right now, because I'm sure he's got all sorts of experience with like grenades and tanks and shit.
I'd like to drive a tank. That would, I mean, wherever lets me do that, that would be sweet.
You can't drive one over a cow. Would you go back to Cambodia now?
Yes, if only for the breakfast. The Cambodian breakfast is exceptional.
Really? Why?
It's like pork and rice, but my god, the pork is absolutely delicious. My core memory of the 3 weeks I spent there was just like getting up every morning and being like, another breakfast, please. Delicious. Yum, yum.
I gotta tell you, there's no breakfast food that I like, but in like Asian countries, it's like, what's for breakfast? Well, like duck and...
no offense, but English breakfast, apart from the full English, just sounds boring.
Yeah, who wants cereal?
Yeah. You want some normal toast and butter.
One's freaking, what is it? Whatever it is, bro.
Well, waffles maybe.
Waffles,
like, yeah. Pancakes maybe. Not every day though.
and chili on rice
Wait,
with some
what?
beef. It's like, what's for breakfast? Well, like duck and chili on rice with some green beans. Yeah, perfect.
You're setting yourself up for the morning. You should be loading up. The biggest meal of the day should be in the morning. That's when I start my morning. I have sausage, eggs, bacon, the whole 9 yards. I just get up and cram my little gullet with food.
I also wonder whether it's like the cuisine that is in European and Western societies required so much preparation that there were only certain things that you could get done by breakfast time.
Yes, I think in other countries, it's someone's job to get up really early and cook for everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're trying to say. It's that you didn't drive a tank in Cambodia because they park them all backwards.
Magical weapons.
Excalibur, sword in the stone.
What's the one that's found in a lake with a lady?
That is also
Oh,
Excalibur.
that is also-
I think one of the stories is that when King Arthur dies,
Lady of
he
the
just like
Lake.
tosses it in a lake.
Ah, no man can pull the sword from this stone. These strong men come along and they're pulling at it and smudging up the handle. Up comes Arthur. Oh, please.
Oh, go on then, sir. Can I ever go on the sword in the jig?
Oh, we'll all be laughing at you, kid, but go on. I guess he lubes it up and then he just pulls it
It's
out.
easy for him. That's the idea, isn't it? That means he gets to be king, which is an interesting system of governance. I reckon we should go back to whoever's the strongest gets to be the
I
leader.
like that idea. Once in a while, I do see someone who's kind of weak and pathetic, and I think, why do you get to be in charge?
I think it should be whoever's the strongest or who's ever slept with the most women.
Hey, now you're thinking. But how would you prove that you would sleep with the most number of women in order to become...
They have to
guess
come forward.
that.
No, the women have to come forward.
Yeah, they have to guess. They have
Oh,
they
stamps.
each have their own personal stamps at the
She usually has that one of hers. Oh, yo, that is crazy. We should do that as a joke and have like, oh my god, that's crazy.
It's like each woman has their own insignia.
Yeah, and then
birth.
all guys, they have their own stamp from day.
Yeah, they have their
all
own
guys have is
stamp
just
book
a
at
sheet.
birth.
Yeah, all guys have is
Yeah.
just a sheet. Obviously, they have their signature on their sheet.
You can never cheat on your wife.
No, you can never lie about your body count.
Like,
Yeah,
you
you
go
can
to
never
your
cheat
wife.
your wife.
No,
you
not even lie.
print out a
Like
different
you go to
sheet.
your wife and
You
you
go photocopy your sheet with your wife sheet. You photocopy that
but
one.
then she's like, and then you get married and she's like, so how many girls have you slept with? And like, oh, you're the only one, babe. And on one day she's digging through your house and she finds your old
Or
stash.
she's like, how many girls you slept with since we've been together? But before we committed, didn't it? Because you know there's a.
But then it's gonna be that thing of like,
she sees a stamp and she's like, oh okay.
You basically
And then
gonna-
you see like 20 girls after her and she's like, wait.
You're basically gonna turn into like a drug lord because you're gonna have to be keeping 2 books.
Yeah, exactly. Two, but you're gonna come home and be like, oh snap. That's my wife. She's
That's the marriage
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
the marriage one. You go to the girls, you're like, hey, come on, baby, stamp me, stamp me up. That would
I
be
just
the
like
new
the
form
idea.
of, like, it would be weird because guys would now be going to girls being like, I just want a stamp, just give me a stamp. Come on, like, I know we don't even have to do anything, just stamp me, stamp me. Just make the boys think that
That's what- that's what every time I-
Exactly.
Yeah, a guy would show up and just be like, yeah, I'm running for president, and here is a list of 50 women, you can call them up. Here's a few kids that look like me.
My references.
Like a bad list of references.
Yeah.
Hey, can I use you as a reference? Oh, yeah.
What, are you running for presidency? Instead of having a sex scandal, he would be like, yeah, it turns out he wasn't having that many affairs.
Oh no, he was loyal to his wife.
Boo.
What's going on?
Get him out of there.
How hard is it to put a sword in a stone?
That's a really good point.
That would be much more difficult than pulling it out of the stone. So the guy who put it in there,
Merlin.
that should be the guy who's the king. Okay, what else we got for mystical weapons? Poseidon has a trident.
Poseidon's trident, good one.
Zeus has a
So he
lightning
can
bolt.
command the sea with that, can't he? He can like make the waves move, make the fish fuck each other, something like that.
If your trident controls the ocean, what's the point of like the pointy bit? Like he's not using the trident as well as a weapon,
Cushion.
right? Wait, what's the point of a trident?
That's a good point. Yeah, actually, what has a trident got to do with the sea?
What is a trident? Is it used for catching fish?
I guess that's what I'm
never
saying.
thought about this.
Fishing.
There's
It's
a
like,
three-pronged spear. It is used for spearfishing.
No way.
Yeah,
I guess
see?
it does make sense. If you're like going at a school of fish, you want as many prongs as you can get.
Yeah. What you'd really want is a 5-pronged spear, right? Because, see, this is 2D.
Explain why is 5 better than no.
Okay, hold on.
oh,
goes
because it was to be
down
like 1 and then 2 like at the back of each one.
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, I'm with you so far.
Now, if you've got a spear that goes like this, then, oh shit, I missed it. Or the fish was over here, and so I missed it. So what they're doing is they're making 2 more prongs.
Nice.
But that's only 2D. What you really
Yeah, so
want
there's
is
like-
5, because
Yeah, I mean that is superior.
And then have it rotate.
I think, in contrast to this extremely bloodthirsty
second part,
and
great.
violent episode, we should walk through a meadow holding hands
All right.
into the sunset.
yeah, we'll do that for about 3 seconds until the
Yeah.
editor gets bored. Yeah.
No, all right, outro.
Right, first thing I'm going to do is fill in that mustache gap.
No, stop it.
I've got a permanent
Stop doing
marker in
that.
one hand, and I'm holding your head down with the other.
Oh yeah, well I'm hacking the mainframe, and I'm gonna turn your webcam on.
No, don't.
Hey everyone, he's a furry. He's wearing his fursuit now.
How about this, right? I'm going to be an unsuspecting victim, and you are going to be an assassin.
Brill. Okay.
And if you manage to kill me, then the episode ends. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep rambling.
Okay, well I'm coming up behind you with a plastic bag, manhunt style.
Hey, you can't just walk into my house. I keep the door locked.
That's why I kicked it in with my muscles.
I heard that. Now I've run up to my bedroom. I'm on the phone with the police.
Don't worry, the police are in my pocket.
Bribed the entire police.
It was easy. Now I'm gonna put some C4 round the corners of your panic room, and I'm gonna blow this bitch up. Button press.
I now open the door with my scythe, and I begin to sweep at your legs.
Ah!
Swish, swish. Now the hunter has become the hunted.
Get away. I'll swat your hand away and pull out a funky looking knife.
Oh no, it's got dog do on the end of it.
Get away.
All right.
Get in your panic room.
I'm now running up the stairs and doing a very difficult action for the editor to keep up with.
Don't worry, I'll make it easier for you by flinging a shuriken into the back of your head.
Yeah, I like the idea that I'm running away, right? And mid-sentence.
We've got to end this episode, and I'm going to end it by ending you.
Okay.
I break down your door, and I start throwing some shurikens at you.
Ah, too late. I have picked up a wooden table and thud, thud, thud,
Well, that's
thud.
okay, because that was just my distraction for my real plan, which is to feed you this delicious poisoned apple. You cannot resist its juicy
No, that's
goodness.
not.
I already had breakfast.
Oh, what did you eat?
It was some duck, some chili, and some green beans from Cambodia.
God, that sounds absolutely delicious. Yeah, I've really lost the appetite for murder. Would you instead like to hold hands and have a delicious Cambodian breakfast?
That sounds lovely. Maybe we could kill a cow as well, like you did in
That
Cambodia.
is not canon.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't a cow, was it a child? A small Cambodian refugee. They had survived a much worse country and finally made it to Cambodia. The place where they could finally prosper, but then they ended up in a hole, receiving the bad end of a grenade from ordinary things.
This is rubbish. Let's try something else.
Yeah. Everyone, go to your computer right now. Type in tickets to Syria.
Comma.
What happens if I destroy my passport? How do I renounce my citizenship?
How to buy ammo on deep/dark web.
How to smuggle cash on plane?
Do X-rays detect LSD? They don't. Save you a Google there.
Wow.
Hey.
What's like a shitty version of Pablo Escobar?
No outro this time. Video is over.
That was
That's
pretty
some
good.
weird recommended videos there. Well, which one do you want to watch?
We should watch one of my videos on the main channel. I like watching myself and listening to myself.
Yeah, me too. Is one of my videos in the
I was
recommended?
like,
No,
okay,
oh,
is
that's
the video
fine.
that
Doesn't
bitch?
matter.
No, I haven't watched your videos
That's
in
weird,
ages.
buddy.
No. Is it just me? Or do you also have like tremendous contempt for the audience?
Hate them. Can't stand them.
Like I hate the fans.
They're the worst.
Guys,
But I
let's
want to
finish.
turn a weapon on them and then
This is
onto
basically
myself.
what we
just
do.
want to tell
yeah, this is what we do.
Oh no, the video's still going.
Someone just turned the lights off in the lounge. Quick, cause a distraction.
Quickly.
Uh-oh, now the Spanish version of this same video has started playing. Wait, quick, what's the Spanish word for weapons?
Armas. Armas. Kesca, armas.
Oh, I was about to do that.
Now I'm doing the
stole my pen.
doing the Spanish intro, baby.
Okay, maybe something like, welcome to this Spanish version. It is exactly the same content. Instead, it is a lot sexier. A beautiful weather woman has entered the room, and we shall make sweet music together. Bing, 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 bing.
I knew it.
It's like
I knew it.
tapping on the maracas.
Alright, guys, no, come on.
Wait,
I
this is
drown myself in
quality.
the toilet.
Yes.
This
Hitman
is what we
style.
do.
Alright,
I get it,
bye,
I get it,
ordinary
I get it.
thing.
Alright, now we can finish.
Guys,
Oh god,
that was an amazing.
that was
No,
very good.
yeah, it was really good. It was quite entertaining. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like we stalled by watching their end of their video. So now our end is it's too long, isn't it? Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you want to comment. If you've been here, exactly. If you're still here at the end, we appreciate you. If you're not, we still appreciate you. Stay blessed and look after your peoples.
In a bit.